So look here. Look here. This is the solubility, and this is what? Temperature. Okay. This axis that shows solubility, and this axis that show temperature. Okay. Now look here. I am going to draw here. First of all, like 0 to you can see that it is what? Case yellow 3. You can see that? Sure. Now okay. Here you can see that so here you can see that everyone, what do you observe that the solubility of potassium chlorate. Look here. The temperature is here, solubility. You can see that, and 20 degree is 20 degrees Celsius. You can see that. Okay. Beta, please mute the mic. Mute the mic. Lots of noise that come here and disturb the other students. So please switch off. Mute the mic. Now look here. Now look at that. Look here. So what do you observe that? In potassium chlorate you can observe that the temperature is increases and the solubility is also slightly increases. You can see that. This curve that show the solubility of potassium chlorate that is increases with rise in temperature. Say yes or no? Yes. Okay. And here you can see that solubility of potassium nitrate. What? Solubility of potassium nitrate. You know that it increases sharply. Its solubility increases sharply with rise in temperature. If the temperature arises, you can see that if the temperature arises, you know that temperature arise, okay, and the solubility get increases, okay, sharply. Yes or no? Okay. And now about potassium chloride. So you can see that its solubility is slightly increases. What? Its solubility is slightly increases with rise in temperature. The solubility of potassium chloride that is slightly increases with rise in temperature. Is that clear? Yes or no? You can see that. Okay. Here the solubility and here solubility, and after that here the solubility. So as the temperature rises, the solubility slightly increases with rise in temperature. Say yes or no? Now after that sodium sulfate, the red line, sodium sulfate decahydrate. Here you can see that first the solubility increases with rise in temperature. What? Solubility increases with rise in temperature, and after that the solubility get decreases. Okay. First 50 to 60 degree solubility increases, but after solubility get decreases. Say yes or no? So this graph that just show you the solubility of solute at respective temperature. Okay. Sure. Okay. Confirm. Okay. So application of solubility curve that is used to determine the solubility of drug into the given medicine, and pharmacists that form the drugs, that dissolve the drugs into the particular solvent, and prepare the medicine. Okay, and and many uses of solubility curve. Okay, and the main common thing what it gives you the solubility of the solute at a given temperature. Is that clear to all of you? Say yes or no. Now, another, do you want anything else about now one more thing, important thing to you, Henry law. What? Henry's law. What do you mean by Henry law? Henry law just state that the solubility of gases increases with increase in temperature. Increases with increase the pressure over the surface of the liquid. What? Solubility of gases increase with increase the pressure on the surface of liquid. Once again, the solubility of gases increase with increase the pressure on the surface of liquid. That is called Henry's law. Is that clear? Once again, what is the Henry law? Henry law just state that the solubility of gases increase the pressure over the surface of the liquid. Okay, sure. And if the pressure is decreases, the solubility of gases thus just decrease. Okay, sure, clear. So pressure over the surface of liquid, that is directly proportional to the solubility of gases. Okay, once again, the pressure is directly proportional to the solubility of gases. Confirm? If pressure increases, the solubility of gases will also increases. Say yes or no. Okay, this concept is called Henry law. Okay, clear? Okay, is that clear to all of you? Okay, so now anything else do you want to ask, because this chapter has been finished? Solubility curve, that is very important to you, that it was discussed. Henry law, it was discussed. Okay, now it is discussed. Okay, and anything do you want to ask? Yes, boys and girls. No, the whole chapter is finished. Okay, so now today I will provide you the notes and you will have to note down in your fair copy. Okay, okay. So I think so do you want, once again I am asking to all of you that anyone who want to ask any question about that, he or she can frequently ask the question about. So once again I am going to revise the whole chapter. Okay, in this period I am going to revise the whole chapter. First of all, water is a universal solvent. Why water is called universal solvent? Why the water is called universal solvent? Yes, lots of noise that comes from the background. Please mute the mic. Okay, so now, yes, what is the water? Water is a universal solvent. It means water has ability to dissolve many substances in it as well as many gases. So that's why water is called universal solvent. Once again, water is called universal solvent because it has ability to dissolve most of the substance as well as many gases in it. That's why, yes, that's why it is called universal solvent. Clear? Sure? Okay. Now, so now the another terms, that is solute, solution and solvent. So do you need to ask anything about it? Solute, you know very well what amount of substance that get dissolved into the given solvent. Solute is the amount of substance that get dissolved into the given solvent. Okay. And solvent is the medium. Solvent is the medium in which, yes, the medium in which the solute get dissolved is called solvent. Okay. Solvent is the medium in which the solute get dissolved. And the combination and mixture of solute and solvent together, the mixture of solute and solvent together, that is called solution. Clear? That is called solution. Okay. And now solution is further divided into categories. Okay. Solution is further divided into categories: diluted solution and concentrated solution. What? Diluted and concentrated. So diluted means the amount of solute relatively lower than the amount of solvent, that is called dilute solution, and the amount of solute relatively higher than the amount of solvent, that is called concentrated. Is that clear? Say yes or no? Okay. Now after that, another category of solution is what? Saturated, supersaturated and unsaturated. What? Saturated, unsaturated, supersaturated. Now tell me that what is what is saturated solution? What do you mean by saturated solution? Yes. Very good, Bhumi. So saturated solution is the solution in which the more and more no more solute can be added. What? Saturated solution is the solution in which no more solute can be added at a particular temperature. Yes. Yes. So look here, solubility curve is the curve that show the solubility of solute in a solvent at given temperature. Okay. So look here, I am giving example here. Suppose I am going to draw the graph here. Okay, like here the solubility, see it is a solubility, okay, and this one what? Temperature. Okay, so look here, 0, here 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 and 100. Okay, here you can see that this is a solubility, of a solute, and this one here temperature 10 degrees Celsius, 20 degrees Celsius, 30 degrees Celsius, 40 degrees Celsius, 50 degrees Celsius, 60 degrees Celsius, 70 degrees Celsius, 80 degrees Celsius. Okay, here you can see that. Okay, board is visible or not visible? Just wait. Okay, just wait, I am trying to resolve this problem.